Hey everybody, it's Keagan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and happy March 1st, everybody. Anyways, so today's video I'm bringing you guys another edition of Keagan's movie reviews once again. And today we're going to be talking about two movies this time, both of which are films that I saw in theaters over the past week. One of them I watched for the first time, and the other one I've seen before, but watched it for the first time on the big screen. So yeah. Anywho, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. So the first film we're going to be talking about today is the 2022 comedy film Hundreds of Beavers. This film was directed by Mike Chisilk and was first released at the Fantasia Film Festival on September 29th, 2022, but has recently been getting a wide release as of recently. I saw this one in theaters on Tuesday of last week. This is a movie I've been curious about for quite some time since I saw YMS talk about it on his channel. And it looked like something that I would probably be interested in. It looked really bizarre from what I saw in the trailer. And believe me, it's pretty bizarre to say the least. And when I finally saw it, I really enjoyed it. And it is one of the funniest movies I've seen in quite a while. But we'll get to more on that shortly. But right now, let's get into the story of the film, and then we'll get into my thoughts on it. So let's take a dive into Hundreds of Beavers. So Hundreds of Beavers takes place in the 19th century, and it follows a Applejack salesman who becomes a fur trader, who, like so many people back in those days, hunted animals for their fur and traded them like a fur trader would. And he's trying to become from zero to hero to prove himself to being the greatest fur trader who ever lived by taking the furs of hundreds of beavers. But the twist is all the animals in this movie are played by actors dressed up as animals. Like, it's pretty fucking weird, but it was hilarious at the same time. And along the way, he faces off against any danger that comes to him as he tries to get the fur to trade it, of course. And without giving away too much, that's basically the story of the film in a nutshell. Now, this movie is a slapstick comedy, and slapstick comedies aren't all my thing. I mean, they can be funny, but most of them are just ones I'm not really a big fan of. But this one, on the other hand, was one that I loved every minute of it. I saw it in theaters with a pretty big crowd. I think it was almost sold out or something when I saw it. But yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. It was hilarious. It was clever. It was funny. And it was a really well done movie. Now, there's a lot of green screen in the movie, but I think that's probably because of the budget or something. But that's fine. And I really like the idea of how they had all the people dressed up as animals, dressed up in like a suit or something, which looked really cool, especially for the beavers. Like, this movie was great. Like, it was hilarious, and it is one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while, and is a lot better than some of the more recent comedies I've seen. Way better than stupid ass Strays, that's for sure. But it's a pretty bizarre movie. It's a movie you really have to see for yourself to believe it, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. And I don't know when this movie will ever be getting a physical media release, but when it does, I will definitely get my hands on it on Blu-ray or something. But yeah, this movie was fantastic. It was hilarious, it was entertaining, and I loved every minute of it. But yeah, I loved it. It was really funny. It's kind of a homage to like the Looney Tunes or something, I'd say. It's kind of like that or something. But all in all, I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So yeah, I don't have anything else to add, so I'm giving Hundreds of Beavers an 8.7 out of 10. And the last film we're going to be talking about today is the 1999 film Fight Club, which was directed by David Fincher and based on the 1996 novel of the same name, which was written by Chuck Palahniuk. And this film was originally released on October 15th, 1999. So this year marks the film's 25th anniversary. Now, I saw this film on Saturday, and I actually have seen it before. I've seen it twice, but this time when I rewatched it, I saw it in the theater, which was a great time seeing it in theaters. There was a shit ton of people. It was nearly packed, but I'll get to more on that in a little bit. And I actually have read the novel that this movie was based on a few years ago, and I thought the novel was great too. And yeah. So anyways, let's get into the story of the film, then I will get my thoughts on it. So let's take a dive into Fight Club. So the film follows our protagonist, who is known as the narrator. He doesn't have a name, he's just named the narrator. So he's played by Edward Norton. And the narrator, he's like an insomniac or something. Like, he can't sleep. He works at like an insurance company or something for like investigating car crashes and shit like that. And in his spare time, he goes to like support group meetings for like people with like cancer and stuff like that. Even though he doesn't have cancer, he just goes to it. But then he encounters a woman named Marla Zinger, who is played by Helena Bonham Carter, who was another fakie at one of those meetings. So they decided to split it. They get certain days of the week to go to attend certain meetings, and the other one gets the other days. But then all changes one night when the narrator meets a man named Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt. And after the narrator's apartment gets blown up, he's forced to move in with the narrator. I mean, not the narrator. He's forced to move in to Tyler Durden's house. And then Tyler Durden and the narrator start a fight club where they get men to come together, fight each other, and start attacking the system. And then it all starts out fine, and then they start to go a little too far when they start turning into domestic anti-capitalist terrorism. And without giving away too much, that's basically the story of the film in a nutshell. Now, this is a great movie. It's one of the most iconic films of all time, and it's best known for the phrase, "The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club." Well, I know, I already fucked that up. But oh well. Well, it's the first two rules of Fight Club, you don't talk about it. But anyways, I really enjoyed this film. I've seen this film 3 times now, which the most recent time was when I saw it in theaters on Saturday. And I had a lot of fun seeing it in the theaters. There was a lot of people there. It was just about sold out, I think, and it actually didn't start till like 20 minutes later. It was a late night screening. But yeah, I had fun seeing it in the theater. But as for the movie itself, I thought it was a really well done film. The acting is really well done. The writing is really well done. And the music is really good too. I really like the soundtrack in it too. Especially the use of Where's My Mind by the Pixies that was used at the end of the film. I thought it fitted perfectly with the ending to the movie. And this is definitely one of Edward Norton and Brad Pitt's best roles. They were both excellent in the film. And it's pretty faithful to the source material too, if I remember correctly. The novel I do recommend reading too. It's a great book too. And yeah, I had a lot of fun seeing the theater. It was funny. It was dark. And I think it's kind of an interesting, somewhat of an interesting social commentary on consumerism without the terrorism parts, of course. But yeah, I had a lot of fun seeing it. It's a classic. And I think this movie still holds up 25 years later. And if you haven't seen Fight Club, definitely check it out. It's a great movie and one of David Fincher's best movies. And I think it's better than his most recent film, which I didn't hate The Killer, his newest film, but I was a little disappointed with that one. But that one, it was okay. But Fight Club, on the other hand, is a great movie. And yep, it never gets old. But anyways, I don't really have too much else to add to this review, so I'm going to end off with giving Fight Club an 8.9 out of 10. Alright everybody, that's about it for today's video. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, turn on notifications, share the video with your friends, and you get the rest. and more videos will be coming out soon. But anyways, until next time, this is Keagan Shepard signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, take care, everybody. Peace out. Bye-bye.